Hello, 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 Facebook. Kristina Marie Hayes coming to you live from Platteville, Colorado. Hashtag Boss Lady Hayes in the house. I know it's been like a minute since you guys have seen me live. Gosh, it's been a couple of weeks at least. As you're coming in below, though, if you'll let me know where you're coming in from, I would love to hear from you. If you're watching me live, drop a 1 below. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2 below. I would love to be able to connect with you guys. If you're new to my broadcast, drop a hashtag new and let's chat. So the last couple of weeks have been insane. The last month I feel like it's been totally insane. We have been traveling. We went to Vegas and got to see some of our really good friends get married, and that was awesome, but it was hot. I'm not a heat person unless I'm like in a pool or on the beach. I love the water. The water is my serenity. So we went from Vegas, flew back. It was legit home for a day. And then I flew out to Dallas to be with my humans. And what I mean by this, find a tribe that helps you to grow to be a better you. I don't care what you're doing in life. Find people that make you level up, that help you achieve better things, that will talk real to you, that will tell you, hey, you can legit do the things that you've ever dreamed of. And what I mean, we have those friends that will coddle us and love us and tell us, it's okay if you fail. At least you tried, right? And then you have your humans that are like, you got this in you. There's no excuses. It's time to do the things, right? And so every time I get to go to my conferences, I truly come out feeling like a different person. I went to this event. The last event I went to was in May. And we have one day of nothing but science. Teach me all the things about ketones. Teach me all the things about our bodies. Teach me all the things about where we are headed to in the future. And let me tell you what, there's some big things coming. All the way to your animals being keto and living better. That's a big deal, right? Just all of the things. So one day, jam-packed of science. The day before that, we got our team together. I think we had 150 or so humans arrive that very first day, and we did nothing but business training, which was amazing. I got to do my first champ training, which meant because I hit champ in August, I was able to participate in part of the training, which was super awesome for me because that is my uncomfortable zone, okay? And then a day of scientific knowledge, and then 3 days of personal development on you, helping you to become a better you. And it's kind of crazy because my Aunt Frances just jumped on here. And let me tell you what, I believe strongly in being the person that you needed as a child. And part of the reason why I'm a good auntie, or Thea, or Tila as the kids call me, is because I had amazing aunts as role models to me that taught me to do the things and taught me to love on people and taught me to be a great individual. And I had my Aunt Diane that she earned a car when I was younger. She did the things. She did Mary Kay back then. So I feel like all of my family, and they may not know this or understand this, but every single person in my family has played a part in my life and the person I am today. Imagine that, right? So it's really cool because 3 days of nothing but personal development, teaching us to be a better person, teaching us how to grow past things that we need to grow past. And it was amazing. We had David Goggins. If you're not familiar with who he is, you need to look him up. He is like the man, the myth, the legend. And we had Joseph McClendon. He was there. He was amazing. Oh my gosh, he taught us so many things. There was a part in his whole spiel where he told us to walk through a field and meet. He walks you through this whole scenario where at the end of it, you meet your younger self. All right. And most of us are like, oh, no big deal. And we've all heard those things like, if you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell them? But when you're walking through this, in this entire event, and you go through this, and you're like, you come to this younger self, this younger childlike self, and you have the moment to tell them anything that you want to in life, and they have the moment that they're looking at you to who you've become. It's an amazing thing because more than you either dreamed of, or for some of us that stopped pursuing our dreams, let me tell you what, it's not too late. Because at the end of the day, when we meet our maker, we're going to be happy with the person that we are. And what I mean by that is, David Goggins touched on this. Because he talked about at the end of the day, when we meet our maker, whoever it is, whatever you believe in, Are you going to be okay if they provide you with a list saying, this is what you could have been, this is what I expected from you, this is all the things and all the things that you should have accomplished in your life, but this is the path you chose? All right? Because I think a lot of us, when life gets hard, we choose to take the easy path, right? We choose to take what's going to be less, less work. All right? Instead of taking the path that might be a little bit harder, the road might not be paved as much, but just because easier doesn't mean it's better. All right? So sometimes doing the hard, and that was a huge, hit at home for me, because I've accomplished more than I thought I could accomplish, but I'm not done yet. My story is not done. I'm not done writing this book. So that was huge for me. David Goggins, like I said, is a huge, 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 huge deal for me. But Jarek Robbins is amazing. It's Tony Robbins' son. He did a thing. So they actually have classes for kids. So while we're in there learning all the things, and I'm going to bounce around a little bit because I feel like there's just so much to share. While we're in our classes learning our things, you have an option to take your kids. They do science things. They took them on field trips. They did so many things with them. I'm for sure taking my nephew next time because it's just so amazing. These kids broke boards, all right? They literally broke through boards. And that is amazing, to empower such little children with such an amazing thing. Seriously, think about how much different your life could have possibly been if you've had those lessons in life, right? And I just it's amazing. It's amazing to equip such little children when they are at such a developing age with such great tools, okay? So that was a big thing. David Goggins, I had an opportunity to ask him a personal question. And it was scary to me. And I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, she's on Facebook. Things are not that scary for her. She gets on here live. Trust me when I say that this is nerve-wracking. I get nervous doing this. I get nervous pushing the word go. But let me tell you what. I had the opportunity to ask him a personal question. And my personal question, for some of you, it might be the same thing. How do you stop yourself from getting in your own way? I know a lot of us, we're so close to succeeding at that one thing. Maybe it's school. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's losing some weight. We have 5 more pounds to lose, and it's so frustrating to us that we're not getting past those 5 pounds, so we quit, right? And I'm guilty of that. In all honesty, I should have earned my car a lot sooner. But every time I got close to that mark, I pumped the brakes. This means I'm going to get to that level, and then I'm going to have to level up, and then what does that mean I'm going to do? And, I would get in my way. I would make excuses. Maybe my husband was fighting with me or whatever it was. I was not going to go the next step, all right? And so I would do that. I would get in my own way. And I asked him, how do you stop that from happening? And his answer was humorous. He was like, you're a special kind of effed up. But it was in a funny way, because he was like, you need to figure out what in your life stopped you in your tracks. What in your life told you that you could not do those things? What in your life transformed you? And you need to take yourself back, and you need to heal and fix those things. And it's absolutely true. So that was a huge turning stone for me. But I'll be really honest with you. The last event I attended, I was in tears the entire time, 4 days, boo-hooing my eyes out. I broke an arrow this event, and I broke an arrow last event, and that was huge. That's you put it in the softest part of your neck. And you point the arrow, the pointy part to the arrow, and you literally walk through it. I didn't cry a whole lot this event, but I watched my team grow. I watched them step into their powers. And let me tell you what, that is the most amazing feeling when you're able to lead and to just walk others to just come follow me, please trust me and go with me. Because for some of us, it was huge sacrifices. Like I said, I was in Vegas, and then we went to Houston, and we're taking my grandpa to Memphis next week. And my husband was a little bit nervous. He's like, can we afford all these things? And I told my husband, I said, do you trust me? And he was like, well, yeah. And I said, do you believe in me? And he's like, yeah. And I said, okay, have faith that this is all going to work out. 3 weeks is a lot. Okay, let's not deny it. I don't care how much money you make. That's a lot. And I said, trust me and believe in me. And if you believe in me and have faith in me, it's going to work out. So we went to Vegas. We were fine. I went to Dallas. We were fine. We're going to Memphis next week, and we're fine. And for the first time in my life, I could feel everything is working out the way it's supposed to work out. And that's a huge feeling to me because I know a lot of people don't even get to travel one time a year. And let's be honest, like, there's a whole world to be seen out there. And if you're not giving yourself the opportunity to see the world, something needs to change, okay? Because there is an entire world of people to meet out there. There's an entire world to see and experience things and do things. And so I trusted the process, and it brought me through, and it brought me through a different person. And I feel amazing, all right? So I'm going to give you guys a few pointers, like some things that I learned. One of the things, and this one hit home to me, and I don't know why so many of the like childhood memories hit home for me, but like, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. And I know for some of you guys that are on here, I know even myself, we've had some effed up things happen in our life, right? Some things that we could sit there and we can dwell in those things and be like, oh, well, this happened to me. And so therefore, that's it. And we can dwell in that stuff, but you know what? You can change that. You can choose to remember the good things, pick out the right things, or change that, okay? Change it, because guess what? It's never too late to have a happy childhood. So go back and fix the things. When you're feeling bad, you need to interrupt that pattern, okay? To feel good, you need to celebrate. So if you're having a bad moment in life where it's just like you're humbugging, things are going wrong, whatever it is, get up and celebrate. Put a good song on, dance, shake your butt, whatever it is, but get up and celebrate and break that pattern. Because if you continuously break that pattern of feeling bad, guess what? Your life is going to change. And I mean that in the fullest respectable ways. Like, we learned so many skills to get through this. Like, I'm not that person to teach you all this stuff. I can tell you the things and I can walk you through some of the things, but we had some of the most amazing speakers there. I just can't even explain it. How do you talk to yourself? Like, let's be honest, and I know that we're guilty. I'm super guilty of this. Oh, that person doesn't like me. Oh, those girls don't like me. Oh, and we'll tell ourselves, oh, it doesn't matter. It's not going to get to me, right? But at the end of the day, the things that we tell ourselves worse things than somebody else is going to tell us. So stop talking to yourself like that. Start talking to yourself in a beautiful way. Talk to yourself like you would want somebody to talk to your younger child, okay? Talk to yourself in an amazing, beautiful way. And trust me, it will change your life. Train your brain, okay? So this was another one that hit home for me. And I'll be really honest with you. I can be a negative person. I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, right. No, I can. I can be a negative person. And my poor husband, I give him many props because there's times when I'm like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And we do that. Like, sometimes we walk into the house and the first thing that we see is, A, the trash is overflowing, dishes are still in the sink, you're just as capable of doing the things as I am, right? So we tell our significant other 5 things that they do wrong. And we might tell them one good thing that they do right, okay? We might. 9 times out of 10, we don't even tell them that, right? And it goes for our kids too. It goes for everybody. Like, we just, for some reason, have been taught this way or trained this way or have learned it or whatever it is. But switch that around. And I want you to start saying 5 good things, okay? 5 good things to every single person that comes into your life per day. And then you can be like, okay, so this is something that we can improve on. But 5 good things. Why not flip that script? Why not live a better quality of life, all right? Hey, Brittany, how are you? So that was a big deal. The best work comes in our times where we're least motivated. Does that make sense? The best work that we ever produce in our life is when we're least motivated. That was a huge wake-up call to me. That was huge. Stop thinking normal, okay? Start thinking bigger and better, because the normal way is sometimes what gets us to just, I don't want to live this life where I just go to work and come home and sit on the couch. You guys have heard this from me. Like, there's more to life. You know, when did we ever, nobody grew up in life, going through school, whatever it was. I don't care how bad your life was. We all had this vision of what we felt like our life should be, all right? So stop going home, sitting on the couch, turning on the boob tube, and making that the end of your night, okay? Because there's so much more. I don't care if you have to go on a walk around your neighborhood. Do something every single day that's going to change your life. Something, a little bit. 5-minute walk. Go sit on your back patio. Sit on your front doorstep. Do something every single day that's a positive thing for you. That was huge for me, okay? On the other end of suffering is a beautiful place. Now, that for me was a huge thing because, I'm not going to lie to you, for a few years, I kind of lived as the world's victim. Okay. And these are not easy things for me to share, but I'm honest. Like, that's just who I am. That's what I'm about. But on the other end of suffering, like the poor me, the world's victim, all these things happen to me. Once you get past that, it's a beautiful place to be. So stop the suffering. Thank you. I love it too. I keep wanting to go a little bit shorter, but then I miss pulling it back in a ponytail. Yeah. But on the other end of suffering is like, I'm sharing you like just little snippets of the things that we learned. Once you learn how to climb that highest mountain, like seriously, once you learn how to climb that highest mountain, the walls are not in your way anymore. There's not those barriers. So once you start to learn, like everybody should, if you're not doing personal development, there's so many free things out there. There's YouTubes, there's tons and tons of free personal development out there. There's podcasts. Jessie Lee is one of my amazing mentors. She's on podcast. Brad Lee's on podcast. Ed Milet is amazing. If you don't follow him on YouTube, you need to. He actually responds to you. He's on a podcast. That's free stuff. That's free learning. If you stop using those muscles, they stop working for you. Your brain needs you to utilize it, okay? It's just like your arms and your legs. If you just sat on the couch for 5 weeks straight, guess what? Your muscles are going to stop working for you. Same with your brain. Stimulate your brain, all right? So once you get past that, once you know how to climb that mountain, it's not there anymore. And again, what if you saw what you should have been? Are you okay with that? Stop leaving stuff on the table of life. Legit. Like, if you have an opportunity to do something, do it, okay? If you have the opportunity to see something, do it. If you have the opportunity to talk to somebody you've never spoke to in your life, do it. Stop leaving parts of life on the table for somebody else to take and absorb when you can have that. You can enjoy those things, all right? The most important conversation that you have in your life is the one you have with yourself. That hit home. The most important conversation that you're going to have in your life is the one that you have with yourself every single day when you wake up and you tell yourself, oh, I'm too tired. I didn't get enough sleep. I look fat in this dress. I don't look right in this. My hair didn't work. We're so brutal to ourselves. We are horrible to ourselves. Like, start talking positivity into your life and breathing that, because for me personally, I don't have little ones around, but I'm around the little ones a lot, and they hear and they absorb and they see the things. And I'm telling you what, if you're telling yourself in front of your child, my butt looks too fat, those kids are learning those same things, okay? So start breathing all that positivity into yourself, into your life, because you know what? You deserve it. You deserve to know that you are beautiful, you are amazing, and you are loved. And if you are the strongest person that loves yourself, guess what? Everybody else is going to love you around. And I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, why not try it? Why not? Okay. So those are just some things. Stay humble. Stay humble is a big thing. Those are kind of, I'm going to leave it off on those because I feel like if I go further and deeper into this, yeah, I'm going to leave it right there, guys. But I hope that you got some value out of this. Please feel free to share. If you have questions about personal development, I have a lot more to share, but I don't want to lose you guys, and I don't want you to not jump onto my lives again because you're like, this girl talks forever, because I can. I can talk for a long time. But learn to love yourselves. Learn to love somebody else, all right? Breathe positivity. Feel free to share this, all right? And I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I hope that you know that you're worth it. And I hope that you know that you can accomplish anything in your life that you've ever dreamed of and you've ever wanted, because it truly can happen for you. For those of you that don't know my story, I've had a house foreclosed on. I have had cars repossessed. I dropped out in the 8th freaking grade, okay? I lost things. I've lost loved ones. I've lost materialistic things. I've lost things like that. I've lost jobs or whatever. Well, maybe. I don't think I've ever really been fired for a good job. But that being said, I had the choice to change my life. I made those choices. And I'll tell you what, this business that I do, my husband was never all 100% for. My husband thought I was cuckoo bananas. Like, legit. My husband is a changed man because of it. I'm a changed woman because of it. We are a changed marriage because of it. Our finances are changed because of it. There's just so many things because I took a chance. All right? Because I chose to believe in myself. Because I chose to believe that there was a different way and there was a better way to live. And I chose to not give up. And I chose to keep on pushing no matter what. So no matter what vessel you are in, if that is not the right vessel for you, then get into a new vessel. Do the things that are going to make you happy and do the things that are going to help you live a better quality of life. That is my preacher. So I hope you guys have an amazing night. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week because guess what? You're halfway through the week. Bye.